after a really sketchy 48 hours of not being able to breathe, and then what came after that? Not being able to breathe. Can't remember. Oh, and then the headache this morning on this side. The energies, so everything was moving forward, everything was in alignment, then all of a sudden loads of planets went into retrograde, which is a little bit frustrating. It's kind of hold up, it's to teach us patience, which is not my greatest attribute. We're going to ask for a collective message from the fairies for the energy at the moment. Obviously we're still purging out leading up to this full moon eclipse, so full moon eclipses often eclipse things out, whether they're inwardly or outwardly. Well, what normally happens is we do the shadow work on the inside, and then it changes our vibration, which then has a rippling effect out, which obviously changes everything around us. So we're leading into eclipse season. So collective message from the fairies for the energy at the moment from the highest timeline. One jumped out, and it's upside down. So like I was saying, a lot of planets have gone into retrograde. I think Venus, and it's upside down. Now it's the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, the right way up is keep going, keep studying, keep doing what you're doing, moving forward, learning new skills, you know, mastering your arts. But upside down, there's a little delay on that. Or there could be, it could be even just lack of communication, things just not moving as smoothly as what they normally would. And it's strange that it came upside down. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is keeping things to oneself. That's a good light there. Keeping things to oneself. Not quite feel, it's like laying the foundations of something, leading towards the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, but just feeling like I've not quite got enough at the moment. I'm keeping some things to myself. It's almost like keeping a little bit quiet about where you're going, what you're doing. It can also be withholding affections. But we'll get a little bit more into that. So Seven of, I should have done this before I started. The Seven of Wands upside down. So there could still be some healing going on, I want to say, with that, and something that you're not quite wanting to share, keeping it to oneself, getting the groundwork ready. And then obviously when it turns back round the right way, it's all systems go. But I do think it's due to a lot of the planets being in retrograde. So give me something more on the Seven of Wands upside down. So it could be, like I say, coursework. It's mastering our skills, but there could be some delays, maybe down to some healing, or maybe because we don't want to share, feeling like we haven't got enough in our basket just yet to start giving it out. Give me something on the Seven of Wands in reverse. That sun's beautiful, but I think it's going to snow, is my captain's feeling. So we've got pure intention. She's got this beautiful flower in her hand and she's smelling it. I need glasses. So pure intention is heart chakra, actions, intentions. You know, when we're manifesting, our greatest manifestations come from our heart space, but it's normally from a place of this is not just benefiting me, it's benefiting other people as well. So pure intentions, the fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So that's what I was saying. It's almost like, and they're both quite yellow in colour. So this is solar plexus stuff. Oh, there's the fairy of, oh God, I can't read. Hello, my darling. Fairy of pure intentions. Her heart's open, and what she is going to manifest is for the higher good. Now, this coming out upside down. Also, the Seven of Wands is about making plans with other people. So when it's the right way up, they're sort of getting a plan together. This is what you're going to do, this is what I'm going to do, this is where we're going, this is what the outcome is going to be. So with it being upside down, there could be lack of clarification of where we're going, what we're doing, what's the plan, or there is this, like I said, this little delay in it being the right way up because of obstacles. But pure intention with the Seven of Wands upside down. So maybe there aren't some pure intentions around, is what I could say to that. Maybe it's clearing out what isn't pure intentions. That would suggest, with it being upside down, is like eclipsing it out maybe. Bottom of the deck, we've got Protect Your Dreams. Again, this is a green card. It's the green chakra, so it's heart. She's got her hand on her heart, and she's lying there in the middle of the woods. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So this is the Four of Cups. This is, I've got, you know, Four of Pentacles, sorry. I'm doing the groundwork, but I'm not quite ready to release what it is I'm doing at the moment, because I'm still, I don't feel like I've got enough resources, enough support. You know, if this has been going on, that needs clearing out. Lack of communication. So that's bottom of the deck, and we've got the Four of Pentacles bottom of the deck there. We shall go to the Whispers of Healing. Now the Seven of Wands also is like your life path. So there could be a little delay in that as well. Yeah, so give me something to go with the Seven of Wands reversed and pure intentions. Seven of Wands and pure intentions. Was that two? That was one. So that was reliable, but it came out upside down. Now have I got the cards up? Did I have the cards upside down? Maybe I had the cards upside down, so I'm going to go with it the right way up. But it's being reliable, reliability. She's playing a tune. It's, again, it's a purple, so it's mind space. So in order for Protect Your Dreams, pure intention when manifesting, you've got to have reliable sources around you. She's playing it with her eyes shut. She's playing out this tune. She's not looking what she's playing. And she is showing that she's mastered being able to play this without actually having to look at it, to show that she's a reliable harp player, basically. She's got some candles lit underneath her, which is symbolic of enlightenment, things coming to light. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7 candles underneath her, which would represent 7 sources of light, if you like. But here with the 7 of Wands coming out upside down. Now, Wands is fire energy and the candles is obviously fire energies, and they're both 7s, but this one was upside down. So what I'm getting from this is that there may be, this needs clearing out. There's some things around that aren't reliable, and this is a call too. Now there's a new moon here, so this could be stuff that's coming up to the surface during this full moon to eclipse out. Not reliable, done. Not reliable, done. And this is also an inward job as well. We always have to sort of, you know, start on the inside and go, right, where am I unreliable? Why is it showing up in my field? But this, I love the fact that there's 7 candles and that's the 7 of Wands. So it could be either 7 programs, 7 people, 7 behaviours, you know, something that is 7 and 7 is 14, which is 5, which is change. But it's got to come from pure intention. Who is it around that hasn't got pure intention for you? If that's upside down, it's like, yeah, it's almost like it needs to be the right way up for the plan to work. If it's upside down, then there is a slight, and especially, like I say, 4 of Pentacles, keeping things to oneself, and then we've got seek seclusion. Now, when I see this seek seclusion, it's almost like a calling of the trumpet. It's almost like the wake-up call. Is that a full moon? That's a full moon. So when I see seek seclusion, it's either saying, you know, retreat for a little while, or it's asking for what's the seclusion, as in one-to-one. Is that the right word? You know, seclusion. I want seclusion. But yeah, she's gone away to sleep. There is someone in the background watching her, but she's saying, I need time on my own. I've got to, you know, I'm in the middle of dreaming. And this again is going to come to light around the full moon. Between the full moon and the next new moon, this is what we're going to be shown. But there is a calling to protect your dreams, keep it, whatever it is you're doing to yourself. 4 of Pentacles is a little bit of withholding to yourself. I'm going to go back to the fairy cards now. Signal's good. Oh, so we've got the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is a healing card. And they're both, again, they're healing from some kind of enlightenment, some kind of truth, some kind of heartbreak. It is that I need to go in, I need to take care of myself. It's but they're taking care of each other, so it doesn't necessarily need to be on your own, but that might be why this 8 of Wands is upside down, because we have to reliable, you know, it being reliable on oneself. That could also have been giving too much power away, but I'm not going to focus too much on that. There is a period of healing to be done with the 4 of Swords. A little bit of weight, and then at the bottom of the deck we've got the 8 of Cups. Now the 8 of Cups, when we're coming into eclipse season, isn't unusual. we get shown a lot during eclipse season. It's almost like it's in your face, you can't ignore it. If you've done the inner work, things aren't going to match who you were previous to after this healing. So then obviously everything's got to change on the outside, and that's when we Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is like, thanks, bye. There's no remorse or arguing, or it's not personal, it's vibrational. That is, you know, Eight of Cups Cupsing it out. It's just we're not on the same page. It's nothing personal, it's just, you know, it's vibrational. And I think that could be that Seven of Swords upside down. Not everybody's on the same page. Not everybody's got the same ideas, the same foundations. You know, when we are on our path, which is more like the Seven of Wands, the right way up. It's choosing which way we're going, mastering our skills and using them in the world with pure intention, service, not service to self, but service to others. When it's upside down, it's like there's an imbalance. There's some healing that needs to be done, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's prosperity coming in, there's abundance coming in. When this has been called out, if you like, or we're like, yeah, that source isn't reliable. That isn't in alignment with my pure intention. So I'm going to take some time to heal it, especially if you've had a bad reaction to it. Then the Wheel of Fortune turns. So when we close out a cycle within ourselves, or we call out something, or, you know, something's not in alignment, it actually turns the wheel in our favour, because we've had the wake-up call, like I said, that you know, seek conclusion, seclusion. So is that like oneself, seclusion? Then the Wheel of Fortune turns, and it's purple. Now something might have had to have been dropped here. This is somebody juggling with two ideas, or two jobs, or something in the Pentacles, which is normally 3D abundance, but they've got their hands, low back. They've got their hands full, and their hands are tied. So something has to go to loosen up. I hope I've got enough battery. Something's got to go to make room. It's like you can't have a new car if you've still got the old car in the garage, because you haven't got the space. And it's this backwards and forwards. What do I do? You know, oh, I really hate my job, but I need the money. That kind of umming and ahhing, backwards and forwards on it. Then we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is like wish fulfillment. It's like I've got 10 cups and I've filled them with everything that is heart chakra'd. The Ten of Cups can also represent, you know, beautiful relationships, family, joy. But it is that overall feeling of contentment. I filled all my 10 cups with things that I love, with heart activations, with things that fill my heart with joy. And then the Knave of Pentacles at the bottom. So this is a gift that's coming in. And it's, again, it's like when we show up reliable with pure intention, everything else has to be in alignment with it. Anything that's not in alignment with it will get eclipsed out. I mean, not if we don't say anything or do anything. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, and I do feel, I mean, I cut my ear the other day, and that was exactly the same as when I was a kid. So I knew there was a wound that was coming up to the surface for me to clear out. The Nine of Wands, again, is being in that protective energy. The wands are all around the dragon. It's like, I'm not quite ready. I've got scars. I don't want to project these scars into new possible relationships, jobs, whatever it is. The Nine is like, I'm exhausted, but I've still got to keep going. But I'm doing the work in. And it was weird actually, because the accident that I had, I was actually chucking this whopping great big stick around. So that was one of my Nine of Wands that ended up nearly taking my ear off. And it's come with the Knave of Wands. Now the Knave of Wands is the beginning of something. It's this fire energy. It's the rebel in us. It's the rebel that doesn't want to do what everyone else is doing. But they get bored very quickly. It could be a younger person, but it's that youthfulness of, I've got this brand new idea and I want to run with it. But he's got his hand on his face, and he's like, that's what he's doing. He's trying to suss out, or he's trying to decide where there's not balance, where it's not equal, where, if this surrounding of Seven of Wands represents people or ideas or a concept, he's not ready to actually jump into it just yet, because it looks like he's feeling it out. So I'm going to stick with that, because that's exactly what he looks like. And it could be, again, due to past hurts, or just, being aware of past hurts. This has happened before. I'm not going to let it happen again, so I'm going to keep my Four of Pentacles close to my chest. I'm going to protect my dreams, until I'm 100% sure what I'm doing, especially in the headspace, and with manifesting as well. It's like the preparation of something, but it's like, make sure that you've, you're reliable in what it is that you're calling in. Let's get some more. Hopefully my battery lasts. I'm glad the connection's good. We've got clear skies again. Oh my God, there is like such a thing as under the weather. And then the Hermit. So the Hermit again is going within. Not necessarily isolating yourself, but just taking the time out to actually like find the knowledge that you're looking for within. Find the light that it is that you need within. He is the light. He goes into the shadow, goes into the darkness, and that's where he makes his plans. That light bulb, that lamp is almost like knowledge and new ideas, new concepts, but it is a time of retreating due to some healing that still needs to take place. Some healing with the Nine of Wands, I feel. Three of Swords, some heartache as well. Possibly down to this Seven of Wands not being the right way up. But I mean, heartache doesn't necessarily have to be associated with relationships. When the heart breaks, it's because there is love. When the heart can break for anything, like it doesn't necessarily have to be because of a person. It could be the ending of something, and there will be it represents grieving. So there's grieving and healing. It's a heart chakra activation, because when it's broken, it's open. So this is all still leading up to the full moon, and we've got the sun, but I think that came out upside down as well. It kind of landed like that. So the sun was upside down with the Hermit. So I'm going to say that when we go, like I said, that is, it's almost like he's going in to find the sun. The sun isn't something outside of us. The sun energy is within us all. It's source energy. It's that choice to think a certain way. You know, we have that choice in every moment. So there could be this, like, I need to withdraw because I've got to find my happy space again. What is it that makes me happy? And I feel that's why, again, it's upside down. Sorry. I feel that's why it's upside down, because there's this little withdrawal, healing. Also, again, you know, with the Seven of Wands upside down, almost like a blockage of knowledge, a blockage of getting your skills together. But I feel like it's miscommunication, or not everyone's on the same page here. And that could cause a little bit of heartache. Now, the High Priestess at the bottom is, I trust myself. Patterns over promises is what the High Priestess says. I trust in my third eye, in my gut, that I instinctively know what's going on around me. I instinctively know who to trust. A lot of us, especially when we're spiritually aware, have obviously been gaslighted for actually knowing the truth. And then that leaves us in a little bit of doubt. It's like, oh God, you know, oh, I don't want to think bad about anyone or anything. But it's always, the High Priestess knows. She knows who's for her, and she knows who's not. And this has got a little bit of sabotage written on it. So she knows, she's all in her feels about it, because she, and that maybe is the High Priestess. It needs to be reliable on her own intuitive knowing, her third eye, her dreams, her instincts, her ability to be able to move into the future and say, do I want to be in this place? No, because I'm not feeling it already before she's even got there. And it takes work. It takes very good skills to be able to do that. Bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands. I'm going to get the Labyrinth fairies out, is what I call them. And like I say, there's a lot that's coming up to the surface. These Nine of Wands, it's almost like past hurts are kind of showing up in the field. Have you learned from that? How are you projecting that? You know, is it yours? So this flew out over here, and it's the retriever. So the retriever he's pointing at his neck with this ball. It's very strange. So I found this necklace today. It's got a little pearl on it, and I think it is actually a real pearl. So 41, which is 5. Now again, his antennae are on fire. They are, you know, I know what I know. Let's just say I know. So the Retriever 41 talks about, obviously, the retrieving stuff. Ilb is trying to remind you of something you've lost, a hope, perhaps, or a dream. You may have thought it gone forever, but he is holding it out for you to reconsider. He thinks you can do something with it now. The way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has scented a path and a potential opening, bringing something into life. Sometimes he may be saying that a long-awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene, and there is nothing that we need do but open our hearts and minds to it. However, we usually have to work for it. Another attribute of him is loyalty, so reliability. But this does have that something is manifesting, but it's, you know, keeping it to oneself for the time being. Where did I put them? How are we doing? We're still online. We're still going. So this fell out over here. The feline, again, this is tidying up loose ends. This is closing out cycles. This is saying goodbye to anything that doesn't serve us. This is cutting cords of attachments. You know, this is what he's doing. He's peering at us and he's saying, what have you left lingering behind you? It all needs clearing up. And again, that song reminds me of you can't carry it, leave your luggage behind. Leave your luggage behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. That's what that is saying. Let's see, this fell out on the Hermit and the Sun upside down. I can never read, even though I've got my glasses on. They've written it in such squiggly writing. I can't read it properly. I can't even see the numbers. Right, so it's 58. If you would like to get a notification on these, let me know. Breathe, ground, centre. If you can't remember how, prepare for a reading. Maintain or recover sanity by staying earthed. Do this now. Important information is coming your way, but you can only receive it properly if your feet are firmly on terra firma and your head is well connected to the rest of your body. So this is downloads, and this could be this upside down Seven of Wands. Being real, earthing, grounding, centering. Just as life is becoming surprisingly exciting and very interesting, though not necessarily fun, Fear the Flute comes along to check out our feet. He picks up one foot in his remarkably strong hands and looks over it for fluff between the toes, smelly fungi, dirty untrimmed toenails. If he finds any of these signs of disrespect for our feet, for Earth Mama, walking on her with grubby feet, he marks them by making holes in our socks. If things are really bad, he sends mice to eat our dancing shoes, so we'd be forced to dance barefoot in dewy meadows under the moon. If it happens that we have snow instead of dew, that's just tough luck. He leaves that foot in the air while he inspects the other. Having done this inspection, he wanders off, leaving us standing there, both feet in the air. This is not a good position for humans to be in. This is a test. Repeat, this is a test. You have been warned. The test is to get both feet back on the ground. Oh, look at the sun, it's so beautiful. So get grounded, because there's information coming in. We have unity, and we